Welcome everyone back to Trails of Cold Steel. And here we are at the beginning of Chapter 6. It's a very long game. I didn't know what I was getting into when I...
Half a month after the incident at
okay.
Corellia Fortress,
Anyway.
a sense of lingering unease still hung over the Empire.
Sure, that was a
The
pretty...
government increased patrols by the railway military police as part of their counter-terrorism measures,
That was a real dangerous situation with the railway guns.
while the noble faction bolstered their provincial armies. There were even rumors that they'd hired several Jaeger corps.
The Chancellor did hire one, right? To kill Gideon?
At the center of everything was the Imperial Liberation Front. They had allied with a terrorist group from the Republic of Calvert to attack the trade conference in Crossbell.
That's right.
As we'd seen firsthand, had attacked Corellia Fortress in an attempt to fire the 2 railway guns stationed there.
That was crazy. If that was fired successfully, a lot of leaders will be dead.
They'd made it abundantly clear that they were no mere insurgents. These were dangerous people we were dealing with. And following their attempts to target Chancellor Osborne and the Reformist faction, rumors started to spread of a possible connection between the Imperial Liberation Front and
Oh,
the noble faction itself.
interesting.
Meanwhile, new information was filtering in from Crossbell that surprised us all. During the conference, one of the representatives of Crossbell's state government made the daring declaration that Crossbell would soon declare its independence, breaking free from its neighbors Calvert and Erebonia.
What does that mean? But they're a separate nation,
To
right?
no one's surprise, both the Imperial government and the noble faction dismissed it, but one thing was clear. That declaration only served to increase the tension in Erebonia and across the continent.
What does that mean? They're not part of Erebonia and Calvert, right? Does he mean economically? Oh, here we are with the Black Kitty, Celine. It's another day at Trista.
On a cool, clear autumn day,
It's now fall.
the Academy's prestigious board of directors gathered for their first meeting of the year.
Hey, Sharon's here. Is she an ex-bracer? That's my suspicion up to this point. But it's not clear, really.
And that concludes my biannual report.
Good, good. It seems the Academy is running like a well-oiled machine.
Thanks to
No
Class
administrative
7.
issues to speak of. Student performance is sitting comfortably above the national average on exams and on general aptitude tests, too.
The second-year students seem to be having a banner year as well.
We're first years,
The
right?
student council president, in particular, has built up an outstanding array of extracurricular achievements.
Well, she attended last month's trade conference, and from what I hear, she put the professional secretaries to shame.
That's good. Lilito was...
I only wish the conference could have ended
Shining.
on a more positive note.
I'll say, the share prices of my company have been on a real roller coaster ride ever since.
That's the mother of Alyssa, right?
Undoubtedly, what happened at the trade conference has wreaked havoc on the economy as a whole.
That's Makia's dad.
But moving on. I couldn't help but notice in the recent exam reports that Class 1 and 2's
Oh.
academic performance seems to be slipping.
The nobles are not performing as good.
Perhaps the preferential treatment given to the upper class students is hindering their scholastic development?
Well, students belonging to the nobility are allowed to return home during August to learn more about their family's lands. It's a tradition here, but one I can't help but wonder if we've outgrown the need for in this modern age.
Yeah, it should all should be treated
If
equally.
I may, traditions accumulate and hold meaning only so long as they're preserved. Our nation's culture, its arts, its social classes, all are rich with tradition that makes Erebonia what it is.
Just uses
And
his
I
brother.
believe we have a duty to protect and uphold them. After all, does not this very institution champion the ideals of its founder, Emperor Drygles?
Indeed it does. Though I've always understood Drygle's intent to be the founding of an academy for the people. Even 200 years ago, when education was seen as the province of the nobility, male commoners were permitted to enroll. Today, we have plenty of young women attending, and the commoners easily outnumber the nobles on campus.
We should blur the lines between nobles and commoners. Come
Perhaps
on.
it's time we started taking strides to realize Emperor Drygle's true ideal.
You seem to be laboring under a few misconceptions here. Commoners were permitted to attend, but only as retainers. Retainers served knights, who served lords, who served the emperor. From that vantage, the structure of the academy in its earlier days certainly seems to have embodied that social order. And if that's so, what is there to suggest that it's not the social order itself that has become the aberration?
That's true. Good point,
Well,
Dolphus.
For one, if that were the case, it would be far easier for me to see my views put into practice. But I can hardly get a word in edgewise between you two. Well,
Poor
I'd
Oliver.
certainly enjoy a return to the way things were in Drygle's time, at least in that particular respect.
So, Oliver is a really different person here in Erebonia. In Liberal in Trails in the Sky, he was this goofy, flirty character, but here he's really acting like royalty. Good job,
Apologies, Your Highness.
Oliver.
Well, our role here is to consider your views and work toward implementing them.
See what I mean? Would you be so kind as to help me out here, Principal?
I'm here to moderate this board. It wouldn't do for me to express my position on the issues at hand. That said, I'm sure your passion for reform will triumph in the end, Your Highness.
You have to push harder, Oliver.
I suppose I should have known better than to look to my old teacher for sympathy.
It warms my heart to see such a fine teacher-student relationship.
Like Sarah and Class 7.
Now, if I may, I'd like to steer this discussion toward a rather timely topic.
Class 7?
We've already touched on the issues regarding the Orbital Net and the Orbital Staves, but I'd like to stress again that the adoption of new security
Oh, right.
measures for
Hacking.
the Orbital Net should be a top priority.
You have to invest in security. Online security.
I'm certainly inclined to agree, but we'll have to rely on the Foundation directly, as things are looking a little shaky with the IBC.
You can leave that to me. The other matter I'd like to review is the use of the Orbital Staves and the Arcus units. Or more specifically, we need to talk about how Class 7 should operate from here on out.
Alright. Are we having a change in equipment?
Setting aside the fact that my daughter is a member of Class 7,
And your son and your brother?
I think we need to reconsider how the class should be run, in light of what happened at Corellia Fortress.
Well, we did a huge part in preventing the disaster, right?
While it certainly proved an excellent chance to see what the Arcus units are capable of, I have serious doubts about whether we should carry on with these field studies, given the current political climate.
It would be difficult to do so, I admit. With the terrorists at large and the problems in Crossbell unresolved, these are uncertain times.
At the very least, I believe it may be in the class's best interest to cancel this month's field study.
Not really. No field
We could always
study?
resume them once the terrorists have been arrested and the situation in Crossbell calms down.
So what are you going to do this month?
Arise,
Vacation?
O youth, and become the foundation of the world. I'm sure you all recognize the words of Emperor Drygles. They become something of a school motto here.
Yeah, and the title screen music is playing. Why?
It's my belief that Class 7's actions at Corellia Fortress perfectly embody the spirit of that directive.
Yeah, we are the heroes, but nobody knows that because the news, they're not broadcasting what happened over there in Corellia.
They stood together to stop a tragedy in the making and, in a sense, protected the foundation of our world. No one ordered them to do it. They took action of their own free will, because they knew in their hearts what was right.
That's Reen for you.
Some might call it recklessness. Some may think it rash. Some may even venture to call it hubris. However, as chairman of this academy, I'm incredibly proud of what the brave young men and women of Class 7 achieved.
Your Highness.
Don't stop us now. We're having such a good time. We're having a ball.
Troubled times may lay in store for Erebonia, for the entire continent, in the months and years to come. But I believe that makes something like Class 7's field studies all the more significant. The experiences they're having now will help them find the strength and the means to press on through adversity.
I might even say it will define them, right?
I can't be the only one who feels this way, can I?
They do seem to be showing remarkable growth. That much is true. Although I have no idea how much my daughter is really capable of, immature as she is.
Well, you should ask Class 7.
I could say the same of my hothead of a son.
And my brother.
I do wonder about my brother sometimes. However, it does seem that enrolling at this academy has helped him start breaking out of his shell.
With the Academy Festival coming next month, we hadn't even planned a field study. So the issue at hand is just whether to hold a field study at the end of this month or not.
I think we will. Based from Oliver's speech earlier, my prediction is we will have a field study
I'd like
this
to
month.
ask those in favor of going ahead with this month's field study to please raise their hands.
I guess we'll find out when we get there in, as Class 7. So if we're gonna go towards the routine, we're gonna have a
Alright,
lecture
I'd like to begin by taking everyone's ideas for our class's part in the school festival.
and then free day next day. But it looks like we have a festival to talk about. What do we have here?
The festival will run for 2 days next month, the 23rd and the 24th.
What about a blind date cafe?
Equipment setup and the other preparatory work will begin in the afternoon 2 days before the start of the festival. But there's a lot of preparation needed before we get to that point, and the sooner we get that underway, the better.
Sorry about that noise.
That's all the more reason to figure out what exactly we want to do.
A blind date cafe.
Some of our options include displays, events, stage shows, and cafes.
There you go.
Does that sound right, Crow?
Yeah, though no class I know would settle for just some simple display.
Or a rest station.
I mean, come on, no one ever said, boy, we better rush to get in the line for that display.
Well, either way, I'd like to start by soliciting some ideas from all of you. We're just brainstorming right now, so feel free to say whatever comes to mind.
It'll be funny if one of the options is to say blind date cafe. Why is Milliam eyes like that? What the hell's wrong with her?
Would it kill you all to give just a teensy bit of cooperation?
Maybe both of you have your suggestions. Oh wait, you hear that? I have a phone call. Alright, I'm back. It's just another, offers to do some stuff. Free upgrade but strings attached. Yeah, things like that. Anyway, why don't you guys have some suggestions? The two of you, Macias and Emma.
It's kind of hard to focus right now.
Sure.
You're one to talk, standing up there with your nervous fidgeting.
Well, I can't say I'm surprised.
The board of directors is in session as we speak, deciding what will happen to our class.
you'd think we'll be rewarded for some of the efforts that we did, right?
And those of us with family members who sit on that board probably have even more cause for concern.
You can say that again. We can't even be sure whether there'll be a field study this month.
That's about the long and short of it. With everything that happened during last month's field study, it honestly wouldn't surprise me if they just canceled it.
Yeah, and there was in Nord, there was crazy happenings there as well. In fact, that's where we first saw the Liberation Front.
I can't say I have any particular feelings of attachment to our field studies, but I refuse to accept needless changes to our curriculum, especially with my brother involved in the decision-making process.
Yeah, I can see what you mean.
Makes sense to me. We also have to account for the fact that going on our field study means that much less time to prepare for the festival.
That's true.
So, as you can see, it presents a bit of a problem.
Man, look at you guys taking this all seriously.
Crow is just chilling like a villain. Yes, Milliam?
I probably should have asked a little earlier, but
What's a school festival?
what's this festival you guys keep talking about?
Exactly.
Wait, seriously?
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have gone over that for your benefit.
And sure, Reen is not voiced.
Yeah, participating is optional for the second years, since by this point they're usually focusing on their future careers. Oh, and each of the clubs generally get involved too.
Huh, that sounds fun. In that case, we have to do something.
Yeah, because it's everyone's first time. So why is not everyone excited? I guess it's
We can't
a
just
hassle.
let the other classes roll over us because we're small. You say that, but
That's the attitude.
I've already had one of the girls from Class 1 bluster up to me declaring that this time victory will be all ours.
What? It must have been Ferris. That sounds exactly like something she'd say.
Well, Class 1 does seem to have had it in for us ever since the midterm results were announced.
If it's all the same, I'd rather not see the House of High Arms claim yet another nominal victory.
So there you go. We're now motivated to
But
do
we need
great.
to account for the fact that our class is markedly smaller than theirs is.
That's certainly true.
It'd help if we at least knew what the other classes are doing.
Come on, everyone, get it together.
Will she announce field study stuff?
Instructor Sarah?
Oh, it was. But I thought you all might like to know that the Board of Directors meeting just adjourned a few minutes ago.
And we are proceeding with our usual status quo curriculum.
So I decided to skip along down here and be the first to break the news.
We're going on a field study.
Then
What about our next field study? Are we still on?
The Chancellor's not the only one with a little too much iron in his blood.
Yep.
Because the board voted unanimously to have you continue your field studies.
I know, I'm sure everyone's happy. See?
So that's how it is.
You know, even though they're always hard work, I actually feel a little relieved.
It's a routine by now.
Considering all that happened last month, we'll need to be especially careful this time around.
Yeah.
That's what sets you apart.
they're kind of a pain, but oh well.
We should be grateful to His Highness and the directors.
That's good news.
Seeing the hard road and the easy road, then picking the hard one anyway. That's youth for you.
It also sounded like His Highness and the directors will be taking off in pretty short order.
What does that mean?
So I'll let you guys out of study hall early to go see them
okay.
if you want.
So class is dismissed early, but we haven't decided on the festival yet.
If you say so.
I think I'll take you up on that.
So what about the festival? We're not participating anymore? Good times back here in Trista. That's Alyssa's mom. This is Rufus. And there's Governor Regnitz. And of course, Prince Olivert, and I'm assuming that's Mueller. I kinda recognize him. Well, Machias, sure, he's part of the other group, so we don't know how much he contributed. Oh wait, wasn't Eustace a part of that team? I think he was. Wasn't he? Yeah, he was. He was part of our group. Okay, they were trying to create. Okay, there was this noble who wanted the other noble house, the other great houses, to side against the uprising, but I think somebody was suggesting that they stay neutral. If only she can cut the travel time. You can't really attend to meetings back to back if they're far apart, location wise. For deterrence, Metal Gear. Metal Gear? It's an arms race. Don't mess with us or else you'll eat these. And this is for the rest of us with no family members on the board. Okay, so maybe I got this wrong. I'm guessing based from this dialogue, Crossbell is maybe it's split between, or it's both shared by Erebonia and Calvard. Is that what they're saying? And now Crossbell wants independence. Do it, summon. Oh, because this is Trist, sure. And yeah, she finally got her jacket because it's fall. That's Mueller. Introduce him to us, please. Yeah. I think we briefly controlled him in Trails in the Sky. Part 2. What idea? Oh, the Class 7 thing? Okay, I thought it was something else. So far, Emma is the one with no connections to people of power, or she really doesn't have anything, right? That's why that makes her even more suspicious. Who is she and why is she part of her team? At least V has the Jaeger background, but Emma... Huh... I really think this is Emma's chapter. It's about time we find out more about her. It must be something big because they're saving her for last. Crow will probably be part of our group. Alyssa, Machias. Yeah, those are the guys that we haven't been with for a long time now. And Elliot, I forgot about Elliot. But we shall see. I think this is time we separate with Laura because we've been with her for a while. And yeah, she is my favorite party member because of her raw strength. But we have to move on, I guess. Or at least for this month. Alright. The usual things we do. We don't want to do that. Alright. Are we gonna roam around town now? What about a training area, like, you know, sparring thing? Okay, so we can switch to our summer uniform anytime we want. So what do we do now? Where's the big map? Let's check with everyone. Let's start all the way to the left with Usis. What's up, man? What's good? Are you gathering info or just playing here? Yeah, that's one of the rumors. They're hiring terrorists to mess up the political situation that we have, the very delicate situation that we have. Okay, nothing for you, sis. Let's go to the gymnasium. How about you, Laura? What's up? Well, she's usually swimming here. She's in the water. Butterfly is fun to do. The friendly ghost. Alright, let's head to the engineering building. Oh, it's the second years. What are you doing? Towa's not here though. Crow is not helping come up with ideas for the festival. I'm sure Angelica loved that role. Wow, Crow's really something, huh? Let's have a part 2, a sequel to that performance. Alright then. So Crow is not gonna help us generate ideas. Let's go to the student union. We have here Towa, Emma, and Machias. Was Towa's... I don't think the people who were in that conference knew the danger that they were in. Of course they were attacked, but not the railway gun kind of danger, right? That's the crazy thing. I just don't see anyone I know here. Yeah, none of my friends are here. Let's go upstairs then. There's Emma. Alright, where's Machias? There he is, playing chess as usual. Let's visit Towa and have a chat. How was the trade conference? Oh, okay, they're preparing for their stall. Or their booth, whatever you want to call it. That's the usual thing to say. If we all work together, we'll be fine. Alright, we can't talk to Towa. She's busy. Let's head to the library first. We usually have something new to read in the shelf. Over here. What's new? Erebonian Folklore, Volume 3. The Dark Dragon. Is that an optional boss? Great Knight. The Immortal King. And the Crimson Demon. Alright, whatever. So, the rest are in the main building. Let's start at the rooftop with Alyssa and work our way down. Yeah, there was a chat. Weren't you there, Reen? I'm sure you saw both of them. Okay, so I'm lazy to walk. Let's head to the second floor. We got a bunch of folks here. Gaius, Elliot, Noyam, and... who am I missing? Fee. Hi Gaius, you're not doing any sculpture or painting this time. What about you, Fee? What about a sleeping booth? Good effort, Fee. Music booth. Of course, they have that already. Easier said than done. Where's Milliam? There she is. Cooking booth. Alright, I think that's everyone. Let's head to the front entrance. And should we call it now or get through this scene? Yeah, I think we should call it. I guess a cutscene will probably play when we go to Trista. Not yet. Let's stay outside. And we'll go to the dormitory next time. It's chapter 6. Let's see what's up. I'll see you guys next time here in Trails of Cold Steel.